Welcome back to Dark Nexus. Tonight, it's Act 1, Chapter 30, Part 2 of the Battle for the Chapel. We are picking up in the middle of the action here. Grip just squashed a swarm to death. We're at the top of round 5 here. There are 2 rounds left of Bless. We're going to kick things off with Bates if he's got anything to throw in at the top of the scene here.
I think Bates, he sees that crossbow get dropped on the ground, and he's like,
Oh, shit. You mean the one that Denman dropped?
Yeah. I think he darts out there and picks it up.
Oh, there's railings all over this room, and they're
15, 20,
invisible.
25, 30. Yeah, sure, great. Put him right next to Erwin there. Yeah, right there. And you've got a crossbow in your hand, Bates.
Yep.
Wow.
Bates, who has been training for multiple days with both Gull and Valston, as you see him pick this thing up, he doesn't pick it up like someone who has no idea what they're doing. He picks it up like someone who has been carefully watching how this works.
Can you stop? Because you're basically like, Bates is gonna die. You're just giving him just enough hope that he's gonna die. So stop. Stop with this character stuff.
I will end it right there. Loic is up. I think Loic is still in his headspace. Erwin is up. Standing right next to Bates, who now has a crossbow in his delicate little child hands.
You be careful with that. You be careful with that, little boy. The spell casting that we heard was just from this area.
No, in the Great Hall.
Oh, the Great Hall. Great Hall.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Out the
So far in this room, the chapel survivors have seen the Desna statue get smashed to the floor. Something is crawling around invisibly, and then there was the rat swarm that almost got in but got taken down.
So right now nothing's visible?
Correct. Give me a perception check, though. You are close to where the Desna statue smashing scene happened.
6.
Unknown. But that statue is now lying on the ground with a broken wing, and at this point it is fairly common knowledge that this is the thing that is keeping the Tatterman from killing you all when you sleep in this room.
Then she will ready in, like, with the focus on the statue,
Yeah.
she will ready in action if anything blips into existence.
I totally buy it. Totally buy it. All right, let's see. Who's up next? Ratch Mamby is up next. Ratch Mamby is at the north end of the library and can see Ray all the way across the way, just exiting the doors to the south. Let's see. That sounds like a good time to cast a magic missile. Pew, pew. 2 missiles shoot out at you, Ray. For
use up all those spells.
5,
Ratch
7 more points of damage. And then Ratch scrambles and races 30 feet to the south towards you, about halfway down the length of the room. He's coming after you with murder in his eyes.
Yeah.
Lady Whiskers and Master Longtail, ooh, they move literally twice as fast as you.
Ooh.
So they can both move in to threaten range and take a bite at you. It's been going great for them so far. Natural 20 from Lady Whiskers, backed up with a 17. Something. And the other one is a total miss. All right, so you do get bitten by a dire rat for 3 points of damage. And give me a fortitude save.
Is this a save against disease?
It sure is. You know they carry filth fever. You know that from Grip's experience.
And his own.
No, he got it from the corpses.
Oh, right.
But they didn't bite him.
No.
He kissed them on the mouth.
So much kissing.
So that's a 22.
All right. You feel fine for the moment. We'll see what happens.
F you if those dire rats
dick.
have a DC higher than 22 on their...
These dire rats have a DC 35.
All right.
Bam.
Jenny Two Tails becomes visible on the ceiling 15 feet north of Grip as she's casting a spell that targets Grip, and you feel a wave of supernatural horror and terror rush through your skull. Give me a will save there, Grip.
If it's a save versus fear and we're still under bless, you get a +1 on
It
that.
is.
13. I have 1 shame point left at this level.
If only we'd stayed in those cages downstairs. We would have been so much happier.
This would have been a very different story.
Yeah.
You gonna risk that 13?
Yes.
You are merely shaken for 1 round. Given that condition card, that was a successful save.
I'm really glad I didn't waste my shame.
Faustin, you are up. Where is he? He's back. He's got his back against the eastern barricade. He has heard the sounds of spellcasting coming from somewhere that he can't see in the middle of the Great Hall. His torchlight really only extends about 40 feet in. He's not seeing anything at the moment.
So he can't see Ray.
Ray...
Can he see light from the library silhouette?
I would buy. He's on the southern edge of the barricade, and where Ray is standing, I think he can see Ray dodging rat attacks. Rat attack.
And the sound of spellcasting is coming from...
From roughly the general area where that installed kiosk had been before you tore it up to turn it into a barricade.
Got it. Is Voston still nauseated?
No, he is not.
Okay.
Oh, Ratchmanby's swarm. I guess. Well,
Oh,
I guess they just stood there not knowing what to do. Now I'm gonna kill you all.
They're gonna go straight for Bates.
I think you should absolutely kill that swarm. Yeah. Kill all those
Every
rats.
single one of those rats.
Yeah.
Voston's one purpose here is to protect the chapel.
Yeah.
So seeing that Ray is on his way, he's going to hope that Ray's got his shit together. And Voston will come straight down the hall to the door
Doors of the chapel.
to
Yep.
the chapel and stand guard there.
So with a single move, he can now see what Grip can see, which is a
yeah.
ratling clinging to the ceiling, Jenny Two Tails, halfway up the hall there. Let's see. So you gotta put 2 hands on a crossbow. He'd have to drop the rapier to take a shot with his crossbow if he wants to. I believe as we left it, he had
One
and
both.
one.
Yeah. So, all right, drop the rapier,
Yes.
shoot the crossbow.
He doesn't know there's another swarm coming.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know what's going on.
If it ever remembers to move.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth hole.
Shut your filthy mouth.
All right, so the attack with the crossbow would be
I'll move it when I want to move it.
natural 20. Backed up with a natural 1.
Oh. So that's a hit. He hits
It's still a
Jenny
hit,
Two Tail.
For 1 point.
Point blank shot.
Oh, he does have flank point shot.
Yes. 2 points of damage, a little grazing strike there. Thank you for the catch, Johnny. Horse piss. Let's see, what was horse piss up to?
Knocking over statues.
We should be able to locate him by smell then, yeah?
I'll give you a little bonus. Yeah, I'll give you a little bonus. All right, somewhere up on the 20-foot ceiling, somewhere in the vicinity over Denman, Jared, and Bates's head, there is the sound of some spell casting. You can't see anything, but you've got a pretty good general sense of maybe 4 or 5 squares where it may be happening. Jared is up. Someone's casting spells over above his head.
Can he make a check to try to pinpoint a square to fire at?
He can't reach the ceiling, so no.
To fire a crossbow?
He can't do the standard action to pinpoint a certain
'cause he's
location,
not-
but you can pick a square and take a shot.
Yeah, I'll pick a square. You
Great.
pick.
First, I'm gonna decide what square is the right one. You roll a 1 through 4.
Great. 2.
Fantastic. Take your shot.
10. Ping.
I will say this: you do hear the sound of someone slightly scrambling. You didn't hit anything, but
Okay.
based on what you just heard, something tried to get out of the way of what just belted up towards the ceiling there. For all of you that are in that vicinity, you now have a better
does
sense of a square.
Yeah. So does that help other people
Yes.
pinpoint better? Okay.
Yes. Anybody can target the square that Jared just shot at. Does he want to reload then as a move?
Yes.
Great. And he's got enough bolts to do that?
He has 12, now 11.
Great. Ray, you are up. You are standing in the doorway between the chapel and the main hall. You've got 2 dire rats right in front of you, Ratchmanby about 40 feet away from you. A swarm that didn't move for no apparent reasons, just sitting there frozen in time about 40 feet away from you, and someone's casting spells about 40 feet or more to the south of you.
Sweet. Ray wants to be brave and face off all these things by himself, but he can't do it. So Ray is going to full withdraw back towards the hallway.
Yeah, boy, you're moving slow. Yeah, it's pretty much a double move to get to the barricade for you.
Is that because of your armor?
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing that is keeping him alive
Yeah.
is also
Slowing him down.
Slowing him down.
All right, Dora is
Understood.
up. Dora is standing kind of in the middle of the chapel here. She
Yeah.
just watched the rat swarm go down. She's seen Bates pick up the crossbow. She's seen the statue smash, and now she sees all eyes in that corner looking up at a certain square.
She will try to do a telekinetic projectile right about where she thinks they might be.
Fantastic.
And it's not adjacent to anybody.
No, absolutely not.
And she has a bless, so this is a +4. Nothing matters when you roll a 2.
Oh, phew. Projectile
She
goes
notably
flying.
did not choose a piece of rubble that came from the Desna statue.
Yes, great. And she is notably remaining Dora for the moment. Did you want to move at all?
Who's coming up in the initiative? These are all allies of mine, yeah?
Nasa, and then Danae, then Mura, then Denman, then Gull and Grip.
So of those, she can see who's got a ranged weapon.
Danae?
Danae! The rattling is just there if you fire your crossbow at it. She'll give Danae a +2 to hit.
I love it. Fantastic. Combat advice. Next up is Nasa. Where is she at? She's standing near the door with a torch.
This is the pirate. Oh, get in here. Hurry up. They're almost aboard the ship.
Then, inside the Great Hall, a swarm of rats appears covering Ray as he stands right next to the east barricade. And they climb and crawl and bite and slather their way all over you, Ray. You take 5 points of damage and give me 2 fortitude saves.
One is against disease, yeah?
One is against disease, so give me the save against the distraction ability first.
Okay.
Fortitude save. I got so excited I threw my pencil.
I know how that feels. I got an 11.
Okay, do you want to use any shame?
No.
You are nauseated for a round. Give me a save against disease.
19.
All right, we'll see what we see when we see what we see.
Ray is also at -1 hit points
What?
and has fallen.
Oh my god.
Holy shit balls.
Well, that's a problem.
That was a couple of magic missiles from Ranch Mandy.
Yeah.
And
2 bites from the swarm, 1 bite from the dire rat.
yeah,
Wow.
that was 21 hit points.
Okay. Ray has dropped.
That is so bad.
That is so bad.
It is shockingly bad. Danae is up. Danae's got her crossbow and she just received some excellent combat advice.
She looks at the spot, looks at Dora, and is
Yep.
like,
Dora
got
gives her a
it.
thumbs up.
And then is gonna fire at it
One
and see
free
if
hand.
she can get it. All right. Ooh, a 19 on the die. That is a critical threat with the crossbow.
Is it? All right.
Does she get +2 still? Does
Backed
it
up
last
with,
the whole time?
yep,
This
yep.
forward.
Okay, so that's gonna be 11 plus 7. That's an 18.
All right. All that's standing in the way of a critical hit is concealment.
Oh, balls.
8. You're good. Critical hit on the invisible horse piss.
Oh,
Yes.
I'll take it. All right, nothing like.
Well done, Danae.
All right.
Goes to show you should always listen to me.
11 points of damage.
Oh, you hear so much pain happening up on the ceiling.
What are we gonna do about Ray, guys? We don't even know he's down.
Don't worry,
He's
Loic's
on
got
the
a turn
other
coming.
side of
All right,
the
so
barricade.
poor horse piss now has to succeed at a concentration check. DC 10 plus the damage taken.
11.
21 plus the level of the spell.
Oh, come on. Roll low, you little rattling piece of.
Perhaps needless to say, horse piss does not manage to continue casting the spell. And whatever he was casting is lost. Thanks to Danae's amazing shot.
Danae will reload
Yes.
her crossbow.
Mura's up next. Mura had moved a little further into the room with some objects in hand.
Yeah, so Mura will shoot at the same square.
Right, throw an improvised weapon at the square.
Yes. Oh, natural 19. So 20.
You're finding concealment. Oh my god.
2 points bludgeoning damage.
All right, you hear pain. You hear pain from poor sad Horsepiss, who was just trying to kill you all. Did you want to move at all? You're
No,
you're kind
because-
of in a bad place, middle of the room there.
Yeah.
Denman is up next. Denman has club in hand and is hearing the sound of screaming, rattling, pretty close to right above his head.
He no longer has a crossbow because now that's in Bates' hands.
That is correct. Denman would have had a great line of sight. Both Denman, Vostin, and Gull would have seen and watched Ray go down behind the swarm on the other side of the barricade there. I think I would argue that Grip would not know based on where he's at around the corner, right?
Yep. Yep. All right, Denman is going to try to pull Ray over the barricade. Is that something that is feasible?
Oh, wow. So he has to reach into the swarm.
They don't make attacks of opportunity.
They don't make attacks of opportunity. Yeah, I think that would be possible.
Go, Denman,
so
you are my
he's got to
hero.
reach over this, like, tall barricade and try to hoist all the... What is Denman's strength score?
15?
That's good.
He's strong.
And
that's
Ray
like-
doesn't weigh a lot.
He's
but his
practically
armor's
grip
heavy.
strong.
All right, give me a strength check as Denman ducks, like sticks his hands up elbow deep in rats to try to pull Ray out of this swarm.
Just straight strength
Straight
check.
strength check, yeah.
That's 2. 15.
That was the DC I had in my head. All right, so you've got the barricade and you have like ungracefully tossed Ray over the edge of that. It's a tall barricade. Ray, take another point of damage from the violence of getting hurled over and tossed on the ground.
What's your con?
12.
Wow. Okay, Gull, you are up. Ray is actually just on the inside now of the barricade, only 5 feet away from Gull, actually.
I don't think I have any kind of potion or anything like that.
I do.
I do not.
And I'm 100 miles away.
But
You know he has 2 scrolls of Cure Light Wounds on him.
Yeah, but
which are not anything that I can
can't
use.
those. Only you can use those.
Can you stabilize him?
I could stabilize him, but there's a rat swarm right next to us that's going to move right over him the next round. So I guess my question would be, if I try to drag him or carry him with... Okay, this is what he does. He looks at Ray fall into the ground like that, looks at Denman and says, "Get him in the chapel." And he is going to dive over the barricade
Into
and
the swarm of
into
rats?
the swarm of
Wow.
rats.
Oh my god!
And it can't take attack of opportunity on me.
Nope.
And
You're just gonna move through it?
I'm going to
Can
move
you?
through it and try to draw it away. I got
Wow.
a 13 for acrobatics.
All right, so 5, 10,
So get over the barricade.
10, 15, 20, 25. All right, you are on the other side of them after 25 feet of movement.
But wretch.
Yep. And then I am going to... Let's see, those ratlings are there.
These are dire rats in
Those
the
are
doorway
dire
to
rats
the
in the
library.
doorway, which I see there now.
The frozen in time other rat swarm is up there in the library. 1,000 rats just not moving.
Oh, God.
His whiskers twitching, but nothing else.
And having seen these things, like how quick... Do I get a sense of how quickly they move?
The dire rats?
No, not the dire rats. The
rat swarm.
rat swarm.
Yes, 15-foot move.
Okay. So I am going to move 30 feet away from them. Just straight back is fine, so I could just at least do like a run later on, maybe.
Okay, so you can get kind of across the first big open area of the
Wait, is there any place I could go where I'm not
light.
flanked
There's
by
no light
the-
in this room. There's 0 light in this room.
Okay, then as I'm moving, I draw my dagger.
Great, okay.
So I'm
Yeah, 'cause
creating
Grip's
a
not here.
spectacle. Yeah.
Yep.
Is there any place that I could get to where I would not be flanked by the dire rats? That is 30 feet away from the Like, can I get to a corner over there or anything like that?
There are 2 corners that are very close to the doors to the outside, and there is 1 corner that's very close to the dire rats themselves.
I would like to get to that corner if I can.
Opposite, across the way, past the doors to the outside, and in the corner.
That is where I go.
And you're waving the dagger. You're
Absolutely,
trying to cause
yeah.
a distraction.
Trying to cause a distraction and try to be like, get them to follow me kind of thing.
Love it. Grip, you're up.
Grip's gonna take a shot at Ginny.
Oh, Ginny Two-Tail. Yes, on the ceiling, visible.
Because he had the crossbow, but since he can do unarmed flurry of blows when his hands are full, he
Yes,
is
he can.
still holding it. Bless is still in effect, yes?
Yes.
Alright, so that's a +5. Natural 1!
Oh, no.
Garbage.
You're so comfortable with your fists. The idea of hurling a bolt, not part of your makeup. Well, that's just a standard action. You want to take a move somewhere?
Reload your crossbow then.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Yep.
Brenton, hiding behind Tolman still.
Yes.
Maeve, standing on the statue of Pharasma, tucked
so
behind her legs.
Maeve wants in on the fun.
Yeah,
So
she's a rascal.
But throwing a alchemist fire at the ceiling very far away feels weird, so she's going to use this turn to jump down
Yeah.
and gather up ammunition, as Mira did earlier.
Okay, great. So why don't we just move her like right in front of the statue
Yeah.
there? Bingo, perfect. And Tolman's still protecting Brenton, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. All right, round 6. There's this is the last round of Bless. Top of the round is Bates, who is now armed.
And does Bates know what the square is?
He knows what the square everyone's been shooting
Oh,
at.
man.
Is there blood spatter on the ceiling?
It probably would be, right? The blood leaves his body and then it's just like
or it's like dropping down kind of thing.
leaking on Denman and Jared, basically.
So Bates like goes, yeah, and he like takes his crossbow and sights it up, and he takes like a perfect stance kind of thing. Exactly what he's
Exactly
been
what
seeing,
Faustin does.
been doing. Yeah, and
Fantastic.
he's gonna take a shot. That's an 18. He's got a real high dex.
Oh my god.
Beating concealment. Beating invisibility. He has shot horse piss.
For 8 points of damage.
A rattling corpse drops dead to the floor with Bates's bolt stuck in his eye.
You guys, take Bates with you instead of me when you leave again to go kill the Onirigen.
Then he takes a 5-foot step right next to Jared.
Yeah.
And he's gonna go bolt.
Oh, because he's not carrying any.
And if he's able to, he's gonna take one.
That's totally fine. I mean, they don't have quivers. They're probably just like sticking out of random places.
He
He can grab a
then
bolt.
literally he reaches
Yeah.
and he steps over it and just grabs one.
That's
and like
totally fine.
And then does the exact same thing where you see his little body holding this crossbow that's way too big for him.
Jared
he's
turns
only like
around and
4
shoots
feet
Bates
change.
for stealing his bolt.
That was my favorite bow.
I'm gonna miss Bates when he's dead.
Yeah.
Loic is not endangered yet, so he's fine at the moment. Erwin is up. We see a dead ratling on the floor, and the fight seems to be moving out towards the hallway. She is armed.
Yes.
She would know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Katie, right? Mura is incredibly good with ranged weapons.
Yes.
Is that right? The only reason the crossbows were distributed the way they were is because that's who was at the barricade. Erwin would have the knowledge. If you two want to compare sheets, if it looks like Mura is astoundingly better, she would reasonably be able to pass it off.
Just having precise shot makes her better than most people here, including the party.
It's so true. It is only like 2 of them that have that.
Nathan, would you be better having this crossbow than me? Do you think? All right.
That sound was Mura nodding desperately.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget you cannot talk.
Passing off the
So yes,
crossbow.
I will move over and give her this.
Just this Olympia Dukakis beaming face, like, give me the crossbow.
All right. Well, Gull's a long ways away.
Yep.
The rats are going to have to charge him across the big open room. Shoom, shoom. 2 dire rats charge all the way across the way. It's going to lower their AC at least, but they will have a bonus to their attack rolls. Lady Whiskers hits an armor class 7. Master Longtail hits 13. Whew. Okay. 2 dire rats charge and miss. Now the swarm The swarm, unfrozen in time, 30 feet to the south. All right, there's a swarm moving at you, Gull. Jenny stares you in the eyes, Grip, and attempts to supernaturally terrify you one more time from her perch up on the ceiling. Give me a will save.
22.
All right, shaking for one more round. Just as soon as you got rid of the last one, you're shaking again. Next up is Faustin. Where did he end up? He's right outside the door. He's still kicking rats off of him. And he can see... Yeah, he sees, so like 10 feet away from him is Grip with crossbow in hand shooting up at Jenny Two Tails. He can see Jenny Two Tails, and he can see over at the eastern barricade, Denman still with Ray's unconscious dying body.
He's gonna load a bolt into his crossbow and take a shot at Jenny.
Jenny Two Tails.
Don't roll it 12-sided.
This is outside of point blank range.
Okay. He rolled a natural 5.
Oh, all right. Bolt goes flying wide. Jared is up inside the chapel with the corpse of horse piss at his feet.
And no other visible enemies where he is.
Correct.
So
and
he'll-
sounds of much fighting happening right outside the
so
door near
he'll
him.
move to the door to start. What can he see there?
From inside the chapel, he probably cannot see
So
Jenny.
can he step out and then move to the to the right?
If he steps out into the hallway, he can see Jenny.
Yeah.
He's in the doorway.
Great. 16.
Well, that's a hit. Go, Jared.
I mean, anybody can roll well
Everyone is terrified.
for 5 points of damage.
Nice.
He's gonna run away next time. So
Clips her right in the foot. She screams and howls in pain. Ray, you are
he
up.
goes, Bates, something to hit out here, mate.
Okay, so how negative is Ray?
Ray is at -2.
So you have to make a DC 10 Constitution check with a -2 penalty to stabilize here.
Was a rolled a natural 17.
Excellent. So Ray stabilizes at -2
Very good.
and stops bleeding out.
Very good.
That is incredibly good. Dora is up next.
Okay, so Dora will move to as close to the door as she can get. 30-foot move. So can she see Ray down there?
She can see Ray down. Yeah.
And you can't draw a potion on the move.
No.
And she does not know that there is a rat swarm on the other side of that barricade.
Oh, the noise of 1,000 rats. I think she can assume that. And it's not a solid wall there. It's a pile of junk. Yeah, she can see an unholy crap ton of rats.
Ray's down. She goes to Ray.
Double move to Ray. Nasa is up next. Nasa is where? Nasa's still standing at the door with the torch. Hanging still?
I think she saw at this point, would have seen Ray on the ground over there.
Yes.
And I don't think that she would know that he just like automatically stabilized or anything and had seen Dora go. So she's gonna run over there because she does has some healing skill and try to see if she can grab him and...
With a double move, she can get adjacent to him right behind Denman there.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. So we've got Denman, Nasa, and Dora all clustered over Ray, while on the other side of the barricade, just inches away, thousands of rats are chittering and squealing.
She does have her torch, so she's got that.
Great. Oh, so that will give... I'll give gold. There's some light. Fantastic.
But also, like, it's a fiery thing that she's probably, like, right over there, like, trying to...
Fend them off.
Yeah. Back, you varmints! You land-lubbing...
They're vermin, actually.
You vermin! Stay off my ship!
Benji materializes.
I was wondering what
Benji
was.
materializes in the other corner near the exit door out of the main hall as he is filling Gull's mind with a wave of supernatural terror. Give me a will save.
Natural 16 for 20
You're good.
something.
You're good.
Yeah. Gull looks at him and gives him a grin, and you can see just all the metal teeth. And he like
Shining in the red light of
yeah,
his dagger.
exactly. He like
Do you need a
it's like
shaken
all of a sudden
thing,
they look
too?
a little fangy.
Little vampiric
Is he
there.
shaken?
He's shaken. Danae is in the middle of the
Danae
chapel.
is riding a wave of feeling amazing about herself.
Yeah, she should.
I think she reloaded, didn't she? So she's got her crossbow. There's nobody in here right now, but she sees everybody running to the door, and she's like, "Yeah, I can do this." So she runs out the door and looks
She can
up.
get right behind Jared
Yeah.
and
she's like,
shoot right over his shoulder.
"I'm gonna shoot that
Jenny Two Tails up on the ceiling.
rat." Yeah.
No cover in this instance.
Here we go. All right. That's a 13 on the die. Plus 5. That's an 18.
That's a hit. she's proving to be
Better than us.
9 points.
Oh,
Nice.
Whoa! Jenny Two Tail clinging to life as a crossbow, like right through her arm, kind of pinning her briefly in the ceiling. She has to rip her arm off this bolt. Oh, poor Jenny. She's so
Two Tails.
sweet.
I don't feel bad for her.
She's not sweet.
Mira is up in the middle of the room with a bunch of junk in her hand. No enemy in sight.
Well, she'll go to the door where all the people are. See what
She can just
see.
basically get to the door with a single move.
Can't see anything from there.
She cannot see a target from there.
Is there a space? Is that just the chaplain's office to the right of
Yes.
that door?
Mhm.
Is the door open?
It would be.
Can she stand in that doorway? Is
She
a
sure
double
could.
move?
Yep. So she's just inside the doorway of the chaplain's office with a bead on Jenny Two Tail on the ceiling up that north hallway. Denman at the barricade.
The original plan was to try to get Ray back to safety.
It's a good plan.
He could also try to attack that swarm,
Yeah.
because
Does he have a bludgeoning weapon?
he's got a club.
Oh, Benji's swarm was frozen in time. Oh, damn you all.
That's a shame.
I guess they were very distracted by Gull running through, waving the light, and
Someone ran that way, and then someone else showed up on the other side
they're
waving
like,
a torch and
who
stuff.
do we
They're like,
bite? Who
"What
do we bite?
What do we do?"
I'm thinking intelligently about this, and I'm so stymied.
Would
I'm
he
just going to
have to-
stand here very still.
Would he have to cross the barricade to hit that swarm?
I can't attack over the barricade, can I?
Yeah, cover though, but yeah, you could.
All right, then. Since there are other people who can help Ray, Denman's gonna try to hit the. I gotta hit something. So I'm gonna hit these rats.
Swing a swath of club through the rat swarm.
Say that again
I
fast.
probably barely said it the first time.
17.
It's getting hung up on the barricade itself. It's like, it's like chest high, just a little too hard to effectively get over the top of that.
That's fair.
And you got a move action left if you
He's
want.
gonna just stand there at the ready
Great.
and try to block Ray's retreat.
Gull is up, standing in the far corner of the entrance hall, lit only by the light of his glowing magical dagger, surrounded by 2 dire rats with another ratling 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet away, and a couple of swarms in the same room, one heading directly towards him. What does Gull do?
Gull goes, yeah, you can't hit me. And he's going to take total defense.
Defense. Grip, you are up.
I'm gonna take another shot at Jenny. Bless is done, or is this still a bless round?
The
This is the last round of Bless.
Okay.
You might be the last person to take advantage of it.
13.
Any shame?
No, I'm gonna save that last one.
You do miss. Do you want to reload or
Yep.
move anywhere?
I will reload.
We've got Brenton and Tolman. Maeve still has a turn, and she was...
She picked up ammunition last
Yeah,
time.
she's got stuff.
She's chaotic neutral.
Yes, she is.
She's what, like 10?
Yeah, ish.
She runs out into the hallway and throws a rocket.
Dives through Danae's legs,
At Jenny.
behind Grip, and hurls a rock over Grip's head to Jenny Two Tails on the ceiling.
I love it.
14. Oh, plus 1. 15.
Jenny dodges out of the way. Okay. Whew.
Just towards the end of the round here, Tolman isn't moving, but
yeah.
he is shocked at how empty the chapel is at this moment. Like we were under attack. We were coming in here to protect ourselves, and everyone left. And it's just me and the child and the old man, and even Brent has picked up a a weapon.
Bates.
And
Bates.
Bates, sorry. Even Bates has picked up a weapon and started to get involved.
Yeah.
So
That's
Tolman's
right.
a little like, hubba what?
Flow of the fight, everybody coming in and hunkering down, and then as soon as it seems like the threat in here dissipates, now everyone's like, gotta save them out there.
Well, also it went from being terrified for our lives to all of a sudden, we're winning.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think that's something too that Tolman is noticing is like, we're strong and
Yeah.
we're brave. These
Yeah,
people are
these
strong
guys
and brave.
are putting up a good fight.
Yeah.
Better than some of us.
Tolman's not making that judgment.
It will be nice, perhaps one day, to research in the library without having to feed the books to the ratlings.
This is the thought that calmly goes through your head as
Yes.
you're like leaning
In the
over
heat of battle,
over Ray. You're like,
Over Ray.
one day I'll be able to look at those books.
wiping horse piss blood off your face because
Yeah.
you passed under the
the
wet splat. Top of round 7. Bates is up. What do you do, buddy?
Bates.
He is back in the chapel still.
He's back in the chapel, but he's got.
And it's crowded out there.
Yeah. He is going to. He sees that everybody's excited. Is there any place for him to stand?
There is a place for him to stand right behind Maeve. So I think that.
I think I need to-
You took a move action to get the bolts and stuff off of him last time. I don't think you could, with one move action, take all the bolts off and reload.
Oh,
So I think
okay.
you still have a reload left.
Okay, well then he reloads his bolt, looks over at Tolman, and is like, "It's okay, we got this." And he ducks out in the hall and just
Now
finds
he's
some
really
place where he
gonna
can stand.
die.
Oh, that is quite a cluster of civilians. Very close to each other.
They went from civilians to combatants pretty
true.
quickly.
Yeah.
Loic is
They're
unthreatened at the
blooded
moment.
now.
Erwin. She just passed off the crossbow, right? She got her club in
did.
hand.
Yeah, she's got a club, but nothing to club. She's gonna hold in there. She can see it's really congested. There's not an easy target right out there, so
True. All right. Miss Whiskers takes a bite at you, Gull. 11.
Miss.
Master Longtail. 5.
It's
Gull is
almost
just-
like, why did you even bother putting them in the combat?
Gull is literally in the corner. He's like feinting with the dagger in one hand and swiping with his alchemical torch in the other, and just sort of like taunting them as he's jumping back and forth and stuff.
Ratch's rat swarm takes a double move to get down into that corner, but does not swarm over the dire rats. So at the moment, Gull is cornered with the first wave being dire rats, and then the second wave being rat swarm. That's what happens that round.
Gull has put himself in a good place where they can't get him without getting their allies.
And Horse Piss's swarm is dead?
No. Horse Piss's swarm never happened because interrupted
interrupted.
while summoning.
Great.
That's awesome.
It's up to one full round to do the
Great.
summoning, so his
That's-
summon
Ormus interruptus.
some
exactly.
kind of blessing.
Jenny Two Tails disappears.
Hate her.
Damn it, we had so many chances to kill her.
Jared is up. Where is Jared right now? Jared is in the hallway with the rest of the crew, right next to
the scrum.
Grip.
Has there been talk about that they can dimension door?
I believe Doris said they can appear anywhere.
So he's going to go back into the chapel and take up that same position in the corner, facing inward to the chapel in case anything appears.
Give me a perception check.
4.
Fantastic.
Jenny slits his throat.
Ray is stable. Dora, you're up.
Dora is going to draw the potion of cure light wounds from her whatever and pour it down Ray's throat.
Excellent. Roll it up.
Natural 8 for 9.
9 hit points back to Ray, who comes back to consciousness.
Whoosh.
You're looking up at Mummy, cradling the fox, pouring liquid down your throat.
You're looking up at Dora.
Let's be clear. Yeah. Looking up at Dora, coming away. Ray's like scrambling a little bit, still thinking he's covered with rats.
Not yet.
Give it a moment.
Glad to see that he's okay. Thank you.
Nasa is up. Nasa, there's so many bodies. Nasa is right next to Ray at the barricade there, and Ray is now conscious.
Can she take her action to get him up on his feet?
I buy that, yes.
That's what she does
Great,
for her
she
full round action. Is
stands
she
Ray
gets
up.
him up?
Thank you.
So that he can see over the barricade.
As the thousands of rats swarm over the barricade and swarm all over Denman, Nasa, Dora, and Ray. Everybody there takes 3 points of damage, and I need 2 fortitude saves. The second fortitude save you make is against disease. Let's start with Ray.
Missed the first one.
All right, you are nauseated for a round.
Second one is a 14.
Okay, we'll see what we see. Denman.
First one's a natural 20 for a 24.
Not nauseated.
You said will or fort?
Fort.
Yeah, so 24. Second save, a 16 for a 20.
Oh, excellent. Very good. Nasa.
Nasa immediately begins puking
Nauseated.
and then feels very, very sick, as if something bad happened to her with her natural one that she rolled on the second one.
Oh, Nasa, thanks for everything.
Oh no, she's got the scurvy now.
Don't you all cry for me. I'm just a simple pirate.
Dora.
6.
Nauseated for a round.
8.
Oh, yeah. Dora does not feel so good. I'm also noting the fox you were calling Reynard took those 3 points of damage. Make some fortitude saves. Not nauseated. And we'll see what we see in terms of disease.
Takes 1 round. The nausea is 1 round.
Lasts 1 round, yes. Okay, so Benji Baldbelly, seeing that Gull is cowering in the corner and well and thoroughly taken care of, is going to scramble up, and he's clinging to the top of the doorway where the eastern barricade is, so he can get a view of what's happening in the hallway. Trying to play like he doesn't know exactly what's happening there. It does put him kind of in the line of fire of about 8 or 15 people here, but he's got instructions and he needed to see what to do. That's where he went. Danae is up in the hallway. She can see Benji.
She says this again to herself. She's like, I can do this. And she's gonna fire again. Oh, but I think she's probably not gonna hit this time. That's only an 11.
That is a miss. And last round she moved and shot, so she would have to reload and shoot.
Okay, so
right
then
now.
she reloaded and shot. Sorry. So then
Next up is Mura. Where did Mura end up?
Mura's
Mura
in the
is in the
doorway of the
in
chaplain's
office. Yep.
Can she see Benji?
Nope.
Can she move somewhere so she can see Benji?
Only by getting very, very close to the rat swarm.
He's over the rat swarm?
He's a little to the east of them and above them.
So she couldn't see him if she was standing in the chapel door?
If she went back to the chapel door, yes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She would be a couple range of increments away.
Well, she'd be out of point blank range. She has a crossbow now.
Mira does?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I was thinking of her having a rock. No, she could absolutely go to the chapel doors and take a shot
That's what she'll do.
above everybody's head.
13.
That is a miss. Bolt goes wide. Denman is up, covered in rats. Covered in rats.
He's gonna fight the rats.
It's the fight he was born for.
he's just filled with rage. He
Yeah,
can
these
finally take it out on these
fucking things,
rats.
I wanna fight them, you know? They're a problem. Melee, club, 5. 20.
That's a hit.
Oh, nice.
For 3 points of damage.
Fantastic. They do take it as you smash and explode rats left and right. Probably feels very good for him.
He does.
good.
It does feel good.
Does he want to move?
No, he's right where he's supposed to be.
Okay. Okay. Go. You are up. Boy, you're facing a lot of rats there, man.
Yep. But I'm not shaking anymore.
Hey, it's the small blessings.
Gull actually feels like he's doing a pretty good job of keeping these giant ratlings off of everybody.
Yeah, justifiably so, I guess.
Yeah,
I can't argue with that.
So he's gonna stay where he is, and he's gonna continue his total defense.
All right, fair enough.
And so he's like doing his dancing around and stuff, and
Dude, if you had bombs.
Yeah. Grip, you are up. You're just around the corner to the north there. You can hear your friends getting eaten alive by rats 5, 10, 15, like 15 feet away from you.
And you can't 5-foot step around a corner, is that correct?
Correct.
So to have I would have to move and shoot. If I wanted to try to shoot Benji.
Oh, yes. There are just too many bodies. Like, you would have to take at least 10 feet of movement to get clear of Maeve and Bates and Faustin and
To
Danae.
put myself like there.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm reloaded, so I guess that's what I gotta do. Because I can't really close for melee at the
Not
moment.
until some of us get the hell out of there.
Yeah. Yep. So he'll do 10 feet of movement. to
Jumping over Maeve's head.
there. Leapfrogging Maeve, and
Just raising one leg over her.
why can't you close for melee? You can always like step in and attack them, can't you? You'd only get one,
but I think I would be in someone else's space.
Spaces. I know it's hard to tell with these ones. This is where they are.
Bludgeoning is better,
This is where
right?
they are here. So you
Then
can
yes, I'll do that. I'll do that.
move in 15 feet and take a kick.
Yep.
stomping some rats.
Less is done.
Less is done.
14.
Hit.
Hey, what do you know? And for 6 points of damage.
Nice. Also the fight that Grip was born for. Crushing hundreds of rats at a kick. I'm gonna clump Brenton and Tolman together for the moment. Maeve is up next.
Is she able to target anything with Alchemist Fire? The swarm?
She could target the swarm. She could
she
target
get-
the Benji. There's
will
a
she
lot of
get
people that'll take
everybody?
splash. Everybody's gonna take splash damage.
Splash damage is 1, right?
But one, yeah. And
Yeah,
she
that's-
may or may
that's
not have a
worth
lot
it.
of experience with Alchemist Fire.
She doesn't fucking know. She's
Yeah.
gonna throw Alchemist Fire at the swarm.
Yep.
She is.
17. Point blank shot.
Yeah.
So
Hit.
18.
That is a hit.
So does that point blank shot count for the fire as well?
Yep.
Then she deals 3 fire.
Okay. So here's what happens. She tosses it into the swarm, and every single square of the swarm is subject to splash damage. The combination of all it wasn't the direct hit on that first corner. It was the splash around the rest of the swarm that takes the swarm down. Also dealing 1 point of fire damage to Grip and Dora and Ray and
Denman, I'm assuming.
Nasa and Denman.
Worth it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And not boring.
Not
You want to use a
Yeah.
move action to get another one to hand?
Yeah.
Great. Brenton and Tolman, I would like perception checks from them.
10.
22.
Nice.
Yeah, he knows where Jenny went.
Tolman spies Jenny Two Tails at the very top of the statue of Pharasma, clutched to her head, looking down at Brenton.
Hungrily.
Oh yeah.
Goes without saying.
Yeah. So, Brenton doesn't know that, so what does Tolman do?
Mira! The rattling thing is up on top of the...
Excellent. Mira gives the thumbs up, and Jared would hear that as well, as would Erwin. And
Does he want to move?
Yeah. Does he want to take Brenton anywhere?
I feel like stuck between the cots. I'm still the first line of defense.
Great.
She's got to get through me before she gets to Brenton.
Club in hand, staying in your corner, with Brenton on the floor behind you. Round 8 begins with Bates. Bates, you're in the hallway. You got a crossbow. There's a rat swarm. The rat swarm is dead. There is a ratling clinging to the top of the ceiling where the eastern barricade is.
I feel like this is an excellent opportunity for him to sight up his big crossbow and take a shot at this ratling.
Yep.
He does so. That's going to be a 14.
That's a miss. All right. Unable to negotiate probably all the dancing bodies who are just briefly on fire.
And then
in the midst
reload.
of the alchemist firestorm. Erwin. Club in hand near the door. She can certainly see Jenny Two Tails now once the location's pointed out, but it's hard to get up there. Statue is about 10 feet tall on a 5-foot base.
She's just gonna step out of the way, get out of Mira's firing solution.
Oh, great. Fantastic. All right, Gull, here it comes. Miss Whiskers. Lady Whiskers, the dire rat. 13. Master Longtail, 5. They cannot hit you. How am I going to process that? This is not a target. Can't get it. All right. They only had a move action left to them, so they're heading towards where they see Benji at the eastern barricade there, and they hear the sounds of more delicious people.
Does that provoke from me since I have a dagger in my hand?
Yes, it would.
Excellent. I will take my attack.
You can attack Lady Whiskers or Master Longtail?
Lady Whiskers.
Lady Whiskers.
I hate her so much.
She has whiskers.
That's a 19.
That's a hit.
19 to hit.
Nice.
And that's going to be...
Glowing magical dagger slices through the air.
Ooh, 5 points of damage.
Right into Lady Whiskers' eye, and she drops.
Oh, poor Lady Whiskers.
Killed Lady
She had hopes and dreams. She had hopes and dreams.
Everybody has hopes and dreams.
This is what happens when your hopes and dreams get in the way of Gull's hopes and dreams.
Jenny sees Tolman. Tolman just has club. Erwin just has club. Mura is standing in the door, very competently holding a crossbow. Jenny scampers from the top of the statue up onto the ceiling, spider climbing across the ceiling, halfway across the room, stares Mura in the eyes and attempts to fill her with supernatural dread. Give me a will
But
save.
she does.
+2 to saves.
Yep.
This is an evil creature, yes. Thanks to the Hallow effect.
13.
She saves. She is only shaken for a round.
There you go.
Amazing.
Wow.
I thought that would be a big fail. Okay. Jared is up. Jared can see Jenny Two Tail, who maybe
Sure, yeah, he's gonna
pressed
fire.
the advantage more than she should have. She's kind of hanging out in the open now.
He rolls a 2.
Okay, he is.
But he reloads.
Shoot and reload. Ray, you are up and conscious.
I believe I'm still nauseated,
Yes.
so single move action. Can I I got so many people there.
Yeah, I know. And so Benji is clinging to the ceiling within reach of you. But Benji is a tiny creature, so unless there's something weird going on like what happened with the dead fetuses, Ray's assumption would be that he can't take an attack of opportunity unless he enters your square.
Right. Okay. I'd like to get into the doorway of that that first office there. Yep.
Great, the Ecclesiastical Records Room.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Dora,
Dora's like, oh, that's where I was going to go.
also nauseated.
Yeah, so she'll move. Is the chaplain's office door open now that Mira has vacated it, and can she reach it?
Yes.
So she'll go in to the room 1 square.
Nace is up next. Nace also nauseated, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So all she can do is move. She is going to do the same thing and retreat down back, I think, and into the chapel because she realizes she doesn't have much that she can do right now, and so she's just, and as she goes by the children, she's like, oh, the children. Probably when she goes in, she sees that there's another rattling on the ceiling, and then is going to maybe move over to the corner
She's
near.
only got a single move. She
Okay.
can get right next to Mira.
Great.
In the
Perfect.
doorway there.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Benji attempts to cast a spell on the defensive, currently within reach of Denman. Succeeds. Disappears. Danae, crossbow in hand.
Would Gull have been able to hear like what was being done?
Gull could see it.
Would I be able to make a decision of like, did he just teleport or did he just become invisible?
Are you trained in spellcraft?
Yes.
Yeah, give me a check.
Okay. That's a natural 17 on the die, plus 7 is going to be 25, plus another...
Invisibility.
can I yell out as a free action?
On your turn, you can.
Okay, fair enough.
So Danae has crossbow in hand. Has not able to reload it because she just shot it. She's on the outside of the doorway there, isn't she? Mm-hmm. She could see Jenny for sure.
She has to load a bolt.
Yep.
And then she is gonna again, it's her little mantra. She's like, "I can do this," and she's gonna take another shot. I can exactly just like sort of like what she's whispering to herself as she keeps doing this. Almost. That is a no. That's not. That's a 14 again. It's not enough.
Okay. Mura is up next. Mura is in the doorway inside the chapel.
She's shaken, but she's gonna fire it.
Yeah. Great. Shooting at Jenny on the ceiling.
Yeah. So that's point blank.
Yes, it is. Jenny's quite close.
14.
Not quite good enough. Jenny dodges out of the way. You want to reload?
Yeah.
Denman is up. There is no longer a ratling next to you, and there is no longer a functioning swarm at your feet, although the rats are kind of skittering off into all the corners in the darkness all around you. You can see over the barricade.
The other swarm.
Across the way, you see Gull standing by himself in a corner with a whole rat swarm coming at him. Oh, and a dire rat coming right towards you.
Maybe Denman should go deal with some of that. Take some pressure off old Gull.
We know he likes to hit stuff.
He does like to
Yeah.
hit stuff.
He's got a club.
Can he, with navigating the barricade, can he get close enough to
Master Longtail?
Master Longtail? Yes.
Making an acrobatics check for him.
10.
10 is the DC. So with 10 feet of move, he scampers over the barricade, and he can easily close with Master Longtail, yes, in a single move.
Gonna take a swang.
Hurls himself over the barricade, looking to punch
19
more
on
stuff.
the die.
Oh, fantastic. That is a hit.
So, yeah. For 7 points of damage.
Master Longtail is paced. He is paced on the ground.
Nice.
Denman,
Denman.
letting loose with that
That
rage.
I'm sorry, shaken from that making that save is just one round, right?
One round. Gulliver, you are up. You can yell out that information if you wish to.
Yeah, Gull yells out, "The rattling was on the ceiling. It just went invisible."
Everybody can hear that.
And then he's
Dora
gonna
goes, oh great.
move out of the way of this swarm. He's gonna run back into the library.
Oh.
He runs into the library and he yells out, "Ratch Manby, you fucking coward! What do you got for me? We're destroying your troops. They're dead. So are you."
Grip, you're up.
I wish she wasn't on the ceiling. And I think he's doubting himself with the crossbow. I'm gonna follow Denman.
Leap the barricade, head out into the main hall, where you can hear Gull issuing a challenge.
Yes.
All right, give me that acrobatics check.
15.
25 feet, you're just on the other side of the barricade. Big swarm down in the southeast corner where Gull just ran away from them.
I'm going to just in case, I'm gonna reload the crossbow.
Great. Maeve is up.
Can't see anybody, huh?
No, not where she's at in the hallway.
I mean, she'd run back into the chapel
Okay.
and throw the alchemist fire at Jenny.
After a single move, yeah, she can absolutely get clear of the mob of bodies and have a clean shot on Jenny.
Point blank.
Yes.
Natural 20.
Oh, back it up, back it up.
Backed up with a 12.
Okay, but that is a hit. That is a hit with the alchemist fire.
For 7 fire damage.
And Jenny Two-Tail burns to death and drops to the ground.
Yeah, suck it.
Killed by
Jenny Two-Tail.
Maeve.
What does she
The
sound
kids.
like as she dies?
The kids are the only ones that have taken out ratlings.
Yes.
Is that true?
It's true.
Rat killers.
It's great.
The rat killers.
Amazing.
Their lives of violence are beginning today. Brenton and Tolman.
staying at
Oh yeah, now it's the chapel once again seems to be momentarily clear.
still Tolman's still on edge. He's still gonna keep Brenton safe.
Thank you for protecting me, sir.
You're welcome, little boy.
Round 9, Bates, you're up.
Bates.
Give me a
So,
perception check.
We still have a missing Ratling.
We do. Give me a perception check there, Bates.
so Bates is going to do the perception check, but he also has a thought. My perception is 17.
Okay.
He's been down here long enough that he's gotten used to sort of like seeing where little creatures scurry and stuff. Can he look at the ceiling where this thing was and see if he can try to track it using survival?
Give me a roll. See what you come up with.
That's a 25.
His eyes are keen. He notices a few telltale, tiny little handprints amidst the dust and debris up on the ceiling there, ending at a certain square, maybe directly above his head.
So is that his... I'm assuming that was his standard action to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
So he is going to like point his thing right up. He's right there.
Wait. Are you saying that Bates sees invisible people?
No, but he's probably about to see some dead people.
Loic is chill
Turns out
still.
Loic was invisible the whole time.
Erwin is kind of back in the corner there with a club. Is she going to hang tight for the moment?
Yeah.
Okay. There is a moment of like rumble and shift and kind of grumble inside the rat swarm that had been just about to go after Gull down in the corner of the...
And it times out.
As the thousands of rats just disperse to go about leading their lives and pursuing their hopes and dreams, having children, and
eating some of them.
eating some of them.
Only the ones that are born dead.
And then, Gull, you take 8 points of damage as 2 magic missiles slam into your back, and you see Ratchmanby had invisibly moved to directly above you and was about to drop on you next turn.
Let me read shield to you.
Yeah.
Shield. Invisible shield of force hovers in front of you. Negates magic missile attacks directed at you.
You take no points of damage as your shield absorbs the
those
magic missiles.
slam into him, and he turns around and he goes, "Gotcha."
How long does that shield last?
Minutes per level.
I will eat you last. I will make you watch.
I'll eat you first.
It's on.
So where is he?
He's back where you
He's
used
back
to
there.
be.
Back
He's
where you
back
just
where he
left
used to
him.
be. Oh.
He just became visible for
Awesome.
nothing. He does not know that you had a shield going.
No, he didn't.
That's awesome. Good job.
Well done. And then the poor dire rats are dead. The swarm's gone.
The poor dire rats. Feel so bad.
Jenny's dead. Cross Jenny off. Jared is up. Ooh, kind of tucked in the corner there.
Can he get a line of sight over Bates's head?
I mean, he could take a double move to get back out in the hallway in a position where he could potentially do so next round.
He couldn't
No,
come
he
out
sees,
to
like-
there.
It's just so many confusion.
Oh, that's 25.
Yeah?
Okay.
Well,
yes,
he'll
yes.
definitely do that. He'll
Yes,
try
we
to
can
hit
get out in the
stuff if he
hall,
can.
just a little north of where Danae is.
So he'll fire the square over.
Bates is
Bates's
hunkered
head,
down,
yeah.
pointing the crossbow directly above his head.
Yeah, 9!
Hey!
Why don't you check for concealment, though, just to be sure?
Sure. Hey, there I roll a 1. Okay.
I made him waste it.
Ray, you are up. No longer nauseated.
Cure light wounds on myself.
Steps out in the hall and cures himself. Dora, you're up next.
Dora will attempt to hurl a telekinetic projectile at the space above Bates's head.
Oh yeah, just 5 feet away inside the doorway there. What'd you heal there, Paul?
Only 2 points, so I'm up to 5.
Cure light wounds?
1d8 plus 1.
Plus 3.
You're level 3.
Thank you.
Yep.
20.
You did make me waste it. Oh, damn it.
I only
Yes.
did 1 point of damage.
Well, you shouldn't have done any. Okay. It takes 1 point of damage from your stupid rock that you throw with your mind.
What are you so mad about? Don't you want us to live through this?
I do. I just wanted him to eat one child. Nasa.
Wait. What are you going to do with your move action?
Move action.
Who's up next?
Nasa
With
is up
with
next.
a weapon that can be used against.
Nasa is up next with a weapon that can be used, and then...
Is Vostin gone in a while?
Oh, where did Valston disappear to?
Boston?
Is he with the swarm?
Boston?
No, he's just in the corner, hiding. He's like, the children have taken over.
He disappeared so long ago. Sorry we didn't catch that. Vostin will be next.
I would like to give combat advice to somebody who's coming up who might kill this fucking ratling before it goes again. So is that Nasa best bet?
No.
Or Vostin.
Boston.
Boston, did you see where I just threw that rock?
Yes.
Aim there. +2 on your attack.
Vostin comes out of the temporal freeze he had been stuck in for
Amazing.
so many rounds.
He was utterly amazed by how these children have come out of the woodworks, and
Yeah.
it's like, wow, they're learning.
So point blank shot, that adds a plus
1, because you're that close. Yep.
+1 to that, and you gave me a +2.
Oh no.
That's not a good face.
I rolled a 4 on the die.
Oh, you shoot Bates right in the head. How did that happen?
You go to any lengths to kill one of these children, you bastard.
It's hard to shoot invisible creature. You want to reload after that?
Yep.
Nasa is up. Nasa can take a 5-foot step into the hallway and take a shot if she wishes.
Nasa does not have a.
She has the torch.
She has a torch and a
Yep.
club, so she is just gonna kind of hunker down and stuff, and stay where. Actually, she'd just stay where she is, because she's kind of like near. She's got her torch in one hand and her club in the other, and she's kind of looking around, trying to make sure that nothing is gonna get one of these kids.
Great.
And that's what she does.
Something gets one of these kids.
Uh-oh.
Does a... I'm sure it does. 15 hit Bates's flat-footed armor class?
It does.
All right. Bates feels a rattling drop from the ceiling onto him and start biting his face. And Benji Baldbelly materializes in Bates's square as he deals 1 point of damage, tears off a big chunk of Bates's nose. Bates now has the bleed 1 condition. Oh, sneak attack. 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Bates is now bleeding, and Benji is clinging to Bates's face, gnawing and chewing and ravenously feeding on his nose. Danae is up. Danae is right next to this horror.
Danae is going to take her. I'm assuming that you can't shoot a crossbow bolt on a little tiny thing when it's on somebody's face like that.
Yeah, that seems...
Although,
It's not tiny.
It's tiny, yeah.
I mean, there is no.
Yes, you take the -4 penalty to ensure that you don't.
Yeah.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah. She sees this going on, and she goes back to her mantra of, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And she comes up the shot, and she had to load it real quick, but this is what she does. And she completely misses. She's like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
I did it that one time.
She did it a couple times.
Never do it again.
Mira's up next. Mira's in the doorway on the inside of the chapel and can also see this and actually has a... Well, no. Faustin is in the way.
She has point blank shot and precise shot. So she will absolutely get into a position where she can fire at Benji.
So she'd have to move out into the hallway and get right next... Oh my gosh. Can you picture all these adults are crowding around this child with a rat on its face, shooting a crossbow bolt, trying to askance, make sure they don't
She
hit
has the
him.
best chance of
She
doing
does.
this. 23.
That's a hit.
Oh, it's a D8, not a D6. Come on,
Plus
damage
one, right?
gods. Yes, +1. 8 points of damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Right through one side of his gut, out his back. He now has a bolt stuck in him as he's trying to eat Bates's face.
She will have to reload next time.
Den is up. Den is out in the Great Hall, just like 10 feet away from Grip. They can now see Ratchmanby clinging to the wall 10 feet in the air above sort of the southeast corner of that room.
He's got nothing ranged. I mean, can he reach him for
Yes.
melee?
Yeah, he could charge and reach him.
Then yeah, I mean that's. Yeah, well, we here to not charge the rats. I'm charging the ray.
All the way across.
You've been squishing rats.
Oh, hang on one sec. Gull took the light with him. So you briefly saw Ratchmamby's position as these magic missiles burst out of his hands, but it is dark over there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh, no. It would be dim light. 20% mischance. Is he still feeling it?
Yes.
Okay. Charge.
That's plus what for the charge?
2.
2.
Why did you change it down?
14. I don't know. I don't even know why I did. 14.
Ratch dodges neatly out of the way. Gull, you are up.
Gull is going to take his 30-foot move back to try to get within 20 feet of Ratchmamby.
And fire upon his touch armor
Nope.
class.
You're in second range increment.
I'll fire from the second range increment.
Alrighty. Almost in the center of the Great Hall. Alchemical torch raises.
Oh, nope. Natural 1. Misfire.
Oh.
Boom.
Alright, the weapon has the broken condition. And then if it misfires again, it will explode.
Yep.
Alright. Grip, you are up. You got dark vision, so that's not an issue for you. The darkness is not.
He's gonna follow his old buddy Den.
Also charging.
Also charging. Come on. Natural 20.
And remember, you've got that trait.
I do have
We
that
forgot it
trait
every
that
single
I
time.
always forget. The anatomist trait, where I get a +1 on all rolls made to confirm crits.
Nice.
So that's a +12 for this.
Come on.
15 on the die for a 27.
Critical hit on Ratch fucking Mamby.
Fuck yes.
With bull strength.
So that's just roll it twice.
Roll it
That's
twice.
10 points there.
So that's for 15.
15 points of damage. Huge blow on Ratch Mamby. All right, we're in the game here. Maeve is up.
Maeve is out of Alchemist Fire.
Oh yeah, she's way back in the chapel now because she just killed Jenny Two-Tail.
So she's probably like takes a step to the door and is
Yeah.
like trying to see above everybody, but
She could easily duck and weave through legs to get on the other side, more in the clear, like
Yeah.
like right in front of Ray.
Yeah, she'll do that.
Great.
Is that a double move?
Yeah. And Brenton and Tolman, I'm assuming you're hanging tight.
Tolman is making eye contact with Brenton to keep him from seeing, trying to look at what's happening to the other little boy out in the hallway.
Thank you. Round 10, Bates. You got a rat on your face.
I think Bates is probably now completely freaking out and has dropped his crossbow.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
And is literally just, I guess, gonna try to just grab this thing and yank it off his face.
Yeah.
He's
Seemed
small,
like
maybe
a-
he can.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like what he'd try to do. I don't know.
Give me a CMB check.
All right. 13?
All right. This does provoke.
I mean,
I know.
I still
Yeah,
think
what
that's
else
what
is
he'd
he
do.
gonna
He's
do?
gonna literally grab this thing.
Yeah. So another hit for 21. No longer a sneak attack, though, because he's not invisible. That is... Okay, another 1 point of damage. Oh, and take the 1 point of bleed damage. Thank you.
Thank you.
And you got a 13.
13.
You have grabbed Benji Baldbelly.
Nice. So he's grappled.
Yes, they are both grappled at the moment. Both Bates and Benji Baldbelly are grappled as Bates is just holding this creature like right out in front of his face as it's trying to chew his nose off. Low.
And he's going, kill it, somebody kill it.
Erwin, anything? Not much you can do.
Not much for her to do.
Ratch.
Finally have that smoke though.
Needed a
It's like a
break.
good time for it.
Now's a good time to calm my nerves, I think.
Okay, Ratch attempts to cast a spell on the defensive and succeeds, reaches a hand out towards you, Grip, and you see his arm extend 5 feet long, crackling with electricity. Does a 18 hit your touch armor class?
Yeah.
You are jolted with electricity for, more! 16 points of damage. 16 points of electricity damage. How is his acrobatics? His acrobatics is decent.
He did also just take 15 points of damage from getting hammered.
Yeah. All right, he's gonna trust his armor class and not risk the tumble. Jared is up.
Can Jared shoot at Benji?
Yeah, I'm gonna give a.
I mean,
He's
he's gonna
both firing
have
into
to roll.
melee and a soft cover penalty from from Yura, who's right in front of him. But yeah, could get a
He's gonna
natural
have
20.
to roll.
Yeah. Okay. Trying too hard to take care of all the people in the middle of this horrible scrum.
It is a scrum.
Yeah, Ray, you are up. You're just 10 feet away from this ratling trying to chew off Bates' face.
I'd like to take a swing at it, but so what's the penalty or danger here for Bates?
Not. He's now got it grappled and holding out in front of him. In fact, because he's got the grappled condition, it's even easier to hit Benji. So Ray takes a 5-foot step in, gonna take a swing at the ratling held out in front of Bates' face.
Is it possible for me to cast a spell, take a 5-foot step, and then hit?
No.
No. Okay. Miss. No, wait, because. All right, so it's 13 to hit.
Do you want to use any shame?
No.
Okay. That is a miss. Dora, you're up. Yeah, this is also happening right in front of you. Screaming Bates.
This is awful. So she's going to cast Mind Thrust on
Bates?
Benji.
Bates had it
Get the names right.
A will save of 5, I assume, is a fail.
Fails. Seven.
Okay. Bates.
She makes it understand how small it is.
Oh, yeah, that's what the pain of the thoughts is. Bates is holding this creature in front of his face. He can see like half of his nose in its mouth, and then just sees like blood go shooting out of the ratling's ears. It is still alive, though. Faustin,
Wait,
you're...
I still have a move action.
You do.
Faustin, take care of this. She give him a +2 on whatever the fuck he's going to do to help out here.
Okay, so
Save that boy.
Faustin's going to use his rapier, so he gets flanking bonus with Ray, who's
Dropped
got.
that somewhere quite a while ago.
Oh, right, when I took the.
When you took the crossbow shot.
You could draw Winter's Dagger as a move action and take an attack.
True. Okay, that's what I'll do then.
Great.
I mean, honestly, didn't he drop it like right
I think I
where
might have
he
dropped
is?
it right there, but
Oh, sure. So whichever one. You can move action to pick up one or move action to draw the other.
I'm going to use the rapier because it's a little better.
Okay.
A little better. So that would be +2 for flanking, +2 for
Combat advice.
your advice, right? All right, let's see how this goes. 10 on the die +8 makes it 18 to hit.
You hit. Rapier slides into Benji Baldbelly
For 6 points of damage.
and skewers Benji Baldbelly, who dies on the end of Gull's rapier.
In Bates's hands. As
Bates's
Bates's watches him die, the light goes out of his eyes, and the little bit of nose falls out of his mouth.
It's disgusting, but Bates is still bleeding.
Yeah, Bates is
Bates
still
is bleeding.
from his face.
Okay, Nasa is up. Anything Nasa can do at the
Nasa-
moment?
Nasa, I think Nasa would immediately run over and try to like stop
Stabilize?
the
Yeah.
flow of blood. That's what she would try to do.
Give me a heal check.
That's a 14.
Not quite able to close the wound, unfortunately. It's a DC 15.
Is that the sort of thing that she can try again,
Yes,
or is it like once
for
you
sure.
do it, you fail?
She absolutely can.
So she's like literally tearing cloth off of her thing and trying to pack, like stuff it into the gaping wound in his nose.
Danae is up next, also very, very close.
Danae, I think, has been broken by this because she's now missed like 3 or 4 times in a row, and she's like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't. And she just kind of like slumps to the ground because there doesn't seem to be any immediate threat.
Yeah.
And so she's just sort of fallen.
Miura, also adjacent to the bleeding child.
Mira's got no heal skill and no wisdom, and she really is good at shooting things. So she is gonna She's not convinced this battle is over. So she's going to make her way to the barricade to see what's going on.
As she reaches that barricade, she can see, just at the edge of the vision, she can see the Ratchmambi grip Denman fight.
Can she, and she reloads.
Great. Den is up.
She can't call out to everyone that there's still a fight going
No,
on.
she does not speak.
We would still be, it would still be heard, right? I mean, there's still like scuffling sound, fighting sounds going on.
Oh, it's quite clear there's a fight happening. Yes.
Denman's gonna swing his club.
Do it.
17.
Dodges out of the way. Gull.
Gull is going to move up so that if he was on the ground, he would be flanked. And he's going to take his dagger, and he's going to try to stab it right into Ratchmambi's face. For a 19 on the die, that's a critical
threat.
Come on.
What's the total on that attack roll?
That is a 26.
Great. Crit hit and a critical threat.
25.
Okay.
It's 25. 15 plus 6 is a 21.
Critical hit with the magical dagger.
Fuck you, Ratchmambi.
For 4 plus...
You guys really want me to kill him?
4. 8 points of damage.
Slash.
It's a slashing and piercing. I was trying to drive it into his eye. I was using the piercing part.
I don't think you get to choose,
Grib,
buddy.
give me a will save at the top of your turn.
God,
Ratchmambi
don't
is
take him.
clinging to life, but just barely.
That's a 9. The best that could be is a 15. Then I'm gonna not burn this last chain point. So
Great. All right. So you are shaken. But it is your turn, and you are 5 feet away from Ratchmambi.
so flurry of blows.
Who's
Clinging
taken
to life.
so much damage.
Flurry of blows. So that would be +7, +7, but I'm
Minus
shaken,
2.
so it'll be +5, +5. 20.
Hit.
And a 19.
Hit.
Oh, no.
So, 11 points of damage on the first
Oh.
one, max damage, and 9 points of damage for a total of 20 points of damage.
Dying from negative con, Grip reaches out, grabs Ratchmambi, pulls a total like slams his head against the wall.
Eat my fucking face now, you rat bastard.
Ratchmambi falls, and that is the end of chapter 30. We'll pick up in the aftermath next time. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Dark Nexus is a creation of Plug and Hum Productions. This podcast uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Incorporated, which are used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. This podcast is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo Inc. For more information about Paizo's community use policy, please visit paizo.com/communityuse. And for more information about Paizo and Paizo products, please visit paizo.com. That's PAIZO.com. Dark Nexus uses music and soundscapes by Sirenscape. Check them out at sirenscape.com. That's SYRINSCAPE.com. Opening and closing themes, along with additional music, composed by Rob Kauzlaric. Artwork for Dark Nexus is by Matt Wahlquist. Special thanks to Toy, without whose generosity this project would not have been possible. And thanks to DMCP, Richard and Ari, Paul and Shannon, Chris, Scotty, Jason, Jess, Joe, Chelsea, Matt, Dave, Darren, and everyone we've gamed with over the years for all the memories and inspiration.
Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. Sorry. All right, now that I got that out of my system.